Luisa Collina, a full professor at the School of Design at Politecnico di Milano. Welcome to the course Meta Design and Interiors, Designers' Voices and Approaches. In this course, we will explore how the principles of meta design can be effectively translated into real-world design practice through the voices and experiences of professionals in the field. In 2018, we recorded an interesting MOOC called Introducing Meta Design, available on the POC platform, starting from the first definition by Andreas van Onck in 1964 and ending with a set of more contemporary definitions of meta design that maintain its core nature as a theoretical and methodological approach to design practice, while also addressing subjective and qualitative dimensions, as well as cultural and emotional values, in addition to purely rational, quantitative, and standardized parameters. I consider this foundational course extremely important. In fact, it is mandatory for all second-year bachelor students of the Design School of Politecnico di Milano. But it's mainly theoretical and expresses the points of view of the faculty members of the design school who teach meta design. With this new course, we want to enrich the comprehension of meta design by giving voice to professional designers active in the field of interior and spatial design. It took us some time, but in the end, here we are with 9 enlightening stories offered by professional designers working in different fields, such as urban spaces and domestic spaces, exhibitions, retail, luxury, hospitality, and educational spaces. Each contribution offers us, through real cases, a different perspective on what meta design entails and how it contributes to the design process. We will begin with a journey through the career and projects of Ugo La Pietra, a great Italian design master who has shared with us his thoughts and experiences with great generosity. He explains why meta design is a process of research and experimentation that goes beyond traditional design. For Ugo La Pietra, meta design is conceived as a tool to understand and reinterpret reality. It is an approach that combines provocation, irony, and critical reflection to explore new relationships between spaces, objects, and meanings. His main areas of interest are private and public spaces. In his works, common elements such as urban furniture or everyday objects are reconverted in symbolic or functional ways, fostering a dialogue between public and private spaces and between architecture and nature. This is why meta design is seen as a conceptual laboratory that does not merely aim to produce practical solutions, but instead seeks to reveal alternative visions of space and society. Often, this is achieved through both traditional and experimental tools, such as drawings, photos, patchworks, videos, performances, and installations that hint at a renewed use of living and urban spaces. Then Ilaria Marelli will walk us through her design methodology, a process organized into distinct phases that allow for a structured yet flexible approach to every project. By presenting her exhibit and retail projects, she illustrates the tools she uses in her meta design approach, while combines research, experimentation, and creative problem solving. Starting with a deep understanding of the client's needs, she moves through stages of exploration that focus on identity, target audience, and contextual environment. Using rapid prototypes and ongoing iterations, she ensures the viability and resonance of each concept. Continuing with Ico Migliore, he will describe the role of meta design in interior design through different project typologies, such as retail projects, exhibitions, and installations. Through these specific projects, Migliore presents meta design as a tool for narrative and identity building, where every design element, whether lighting, materials, or layout, contributes to the overall message and atmosphere of the space in an integrated way. In this sense, meta design is viewed as the creation of memorable stories. The main instrument of meta design consists of freehand drawings such as maps, scenarios, and storyboards, which are used to conceive and design behaviors that take place in different spaces and times. Continuing in the field of retail projects, Giorgia Lungoni will present a case study that highlights a new aspect of meta-design process related to the strategic integration of digital and physical visibility for a brand. Meta-design is described as a strategic approach capable of translating brand identity across different media, both digital and physical, while adapting to unique contexts. This approach emphasizes values, identity, storytelling, and adaptability to create spaces that align with the brand's philosophy. In the transition from digital to physical spaces, meta-design ensures cohesion, while reinterpreting concepts, allowing the brand's core value to resonate within each environment. Remaining in the luxury sphere, Alessia Genova of Tiani Design will explore how meta-design bridges content and design in luxury projects. For Genova, meta-design begins with a concept phase where crafting a strong narrative lays the foundation for the design process. She highlights how, even in highly customized projects like luxury cruise ships, storytelling, identity creation, and emotional engagement are achieved through a precise process. Mood boards play a crucial role in visually communicating the project's essence and establishing its narrative. Elements such as space planning, color schemes, materials and textures, as well as furniture and art, bring the story to life. In the context of the design process, meta-design can be conceived as the overarching vision that informs all subsequent design decisions. Alberto Nespoli and Domenico Rocca of Eligo Studio will share with us the philosophy of their professional practice, which operates in different fields, such as furniture, retail, restaurants, exclusive private homes, and exhibitions. They synthesize it with a claim reinventing the classic, starting from the past and kicking it into the future. Meta-design is for them the DNA of their design activity, based on the Italian design tradition. Italian living, Italian values and languages, the Italian craftsmanship, and timeless techniques. All the projects of Eligo Studio share this highly characterized identity, combining the experience of the Italian design culture and heritage with the design of new contemporary spaces. Moving to the theme of temporary hospitality, Giovanni Franceschelli of Rizoma Studio will present meta-design as a strategic and interactive approach to create hybrid, adaptive, and responsive social spaces designed by his studio. Meta-design is employed to design flexible layouts and standardized toolkits of components such as furniture, lighting, and styling that are aligned with the brand identity. These design components can be applied to different projects, promoting consistency and coherence in design language. The toolkit also serves as a framework for customizing elements such as furniture. These social spaces, as he explains, are reimagined as multifunctional environments where living, working, socializing, and leisure seamlessly intersect, blending physical and digital experience while adapting to the evolving needs of social interaction. Monica Mazzolani of MTA Studio will discuss meta-design as a strategic framework for translating pedagogical concepts into physical spaces. She emphasizes that meta-design is not just about aesthetics or functionality, but a deeper process of aligning the built environment with educational philosophies, fostering the children's autonomy and enhancing learning experiences. Lorenzo Palmeri will introduce his interpretation of meta-design not as a fixed methodology, but as a process shaped by each designer's unique perspective and skills. He demonstrates how the same mindset can be applied across diverse project scales, whether designing a small bottle or a large exhibition space. His approach emphasizes a profound understanding of human needs and the dynamic relationship between materials, objects, and behaviors. Meta-design is a word that is seldom mentioned by designers. During these interviews, we have asked our guests to tell us their stories, offering us their points of view. What is the identity of meta-design that emerged from these stories? At its core, it is a way of researching, understanding, and conceiving from different perspectives and different goals. A way to research, explore a given brief, to delve deep into the identity of a client, the theme of the project, the culture and nature of the context, a way to search for references and inspirations, a way to anticipate future scenarios, conceive visions and concepts, and inspire reflection through unexpected and innovative perspectives. A way to develop the design process, lighting, colors, materials, furniture, services, etc., currently with the initial idea that could be the identity, the vision, the story, the philosophy, the metaphor, etc. A way to develop projects based on variations as well as on systems and components configured to design multiple flexible solutions able to evolve in the future. More generally, a way to reflect and give shape to our own design approach, methodologies and tools in order to reuse them, to improve them, or redefine them each time. The outcome of this interview collection is a rich and diverse idea of meta-design that has one main principle in common. Natural creativity is not enough. As John Cleese reminds us, creativity is the ability to resist, for as long as possible, the psychic need to find a solution immediately. Creative people, in this perspective, are people like others but with less performance anxiety, and therefore able to evaluate more answers to the problem before closing the matter.